Have you ever felt like Western astrology sounds accurate sometimes but completely misses you at the other times? Like you read your sun sign and thought that, yeah, it fits, but also no, this is not the complete story. That confusion is exactly why this video exists. Today, I want to gently bust some common Western astrology myths using Vedic astrology, not to say that one system is right or the other is wrong, but to explain why Vedic astrology often feels more precise and grounding. If you are new here, this is a part of my ongoing content where I blend Vedic and Western astrology to make spirituality practical and not abstract. So let's begin. The first myth is that your sun sign alone defines who you are. Western astrology often puts a lot of emphasis on the sun sign. You are an Aries, you are a Taurus, you are a Gemini. But in Vedic astrology, the sun represents only your soul's purpose and ego direction. It is not your emotional nature, your instinct, or how life actually feels to you. That is why so many people say that I don't relate to my sun sign at all. Vedic astrology looks first at the moon sign because moon shows your mind, your emotional patterns, and how you experience daily life. If you ever felt emotionally like one sign but intellectually like another, this is the reason why. Western astrology is not wrong here, it's just incomplete. The second myth is that astrology is all about personality traits. In Western astrology, signs are often described as fixed personalities. Leos are confident, Scorpios are intense, and Virgos are organized. Vedic astrology sees signs as karmic roles and not fixed identities. You are not just one sign, you are a soul experiencing certain karmic lessons through that sign. That means astrology is not about labeling yourself, it's about understanding what you are meant to work through in this lifetime. When people say astrology is limiting, they usually have only seen it through the Western lens. Vedic astrology is actually very liberating because it explains why you struggle and not just who you are. The third myth is that retrogrades are bad. Western astrology often makes retrogrades sound scary, especially Mercury retrograde. In Vedic astrology, retrograde planets are not bad, they are just intense. They show areas of life where karma is unfinished. A retrograde planet simply means your soul is revisiting something it had already experienced before, usually from a past life. That is why retrograde periods feel reflective, emotional, and often repetitive. Nothing is going wrong, something is just being corrected. And once you understand this, you stop fearing retrogrades and start working with them. The fourth myth is that astrology predicts your future. This is one of the biggest misunderstandings. Western astrology is often used predictively, almost like fortune telling. Vedic astrology is more about timing and choice. It shows the karmic weather and not the final outcome. Just because a difficult period is indicated does not mean that your suffering is guaranteed. How you respond also determines how your karma unfolds. Vedic astrology gives you that responsibility and not fear. The final and the fifth myth is that everyone with the same sign lives the same life. If astrology worked that way, then every Taurus would have the same career and every Cancer would have the same relationships. Vedic astrology looks at planetary periods, which are called dashas, which show that what part of your karma is active at any given time. Two people with the same chart can live completely different lives depending on which dasha they are running. This is why timing matters more than your traits. Western astrology gives language to the personality. Vedic astrology gives context to the soul. When you blend both, astrology stops being entertainment and becomes a guidance system. If you've ever felt confused by astrology or felt like it half describes you and not so much, this is the reason why. Understanding your karma changes everything. I'm that cosmic guide, and if you are ready to explore your cosmic blueprint with me, then make sure to join this channel. Let's understand ourselves better. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.